Hey guys, this is my WWE TLC review. I watched the pay-per-view live. I was like pleasantly surprised. I think it was pretty decent for the most part. One or two matches that obviously in my preview I said I didn't really care about, and obviously those matches I didn't look forward to that much, to be honest. So first match of the night was the WWE Tag Team Championship ladder match, which was probably the best match of the night. It was just amazing, with the New Day versus the Lucha Dragons and the Usos. There was just an epic match. I mean, there was tables getting broke, ladders getting broke, just some amazing moves. They really did that match well, in my opinion. The New Day came out on top, which I thought would happen, with Xavier Woods' help. Kalisto was going up the ladder to try and retrieve the belts, and then Xavier Woods came to the side of the ring and threw the trombone at Kalisto's back. So then Kofi got him, knocked him off, and went up the ladder himself and retrieved the tag team belt. So New Day retained, which was, at that point I didn't really care who won, because I was just so pumped. It was such an amazing match. So yeah, that was really cool to see. Second match was Rusev Ryback. Rusev won. Yeah, I didn't really care, to be honest, and I didn't really take that much interest in it. So yeah, I thought Rusev would win just because of how the League of Nations is being built up as well. So he did get the win. Then it was the I think it was the massive 8-man elimination tables match between the Wyatt family and Team ECW. The Wyatt family got the win with Eric Rowan got pinned for got put through a table first, and then after that it was every member of Team ECW that got put through a table, with Luke Harper, Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt being the three victors of that team. So yeah, again, I thought the Wyatt family would win, and it made sense. I mean, they've lost so many matches as well. It's just stupid. They should, if they're being built as this really dominant team, but then they just get beat most pay-per-views and most matches. So to have them win was what should have happened. Again, that was one of the other matches I wasn't particularly fussed on, but it was alright, just because of people crashing through tables and stuff. That made it quite good to watch. So yeah, Wyatt family got the win. Then there was the US Championship match between Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger. Again, not one of the matches I looked forward to the most, but it was actually a decent match. A lot of chair hitting, a lot. That's all they did pretty much. And then Del Rio got the win. Again, I didn't see him losing the US Championship, this early, let alone to Jack Swagger already. So, and obviously again with the League of Nations thing, with them all seeming to win, I was pretty confident Del Rio was going to win that. So then we had the Intercontinental Championship match, which was, in terms of wrestling, probably the best match of the night. It was, like I've said before, when Kevin Owens is in the ring, it's amazing. He's really good, and obviously Dean Ambrose is really good as well. So I was really excited for that match, and it lived up to my I didn't have massively high standards, because I know how WWE can book some matches and they can flop and disappoint, but I was expecting something really good, and it was. So it was late on in the match, and they were reversing each other's finishers, and then Dean Ambrose hit Kevin Owens with dirty deeds, which to that point I thought it was over. And as the ref was about to tap free, Kevin Owens literally saved the pin by putting one finger on the rope. He just like leaned over and put one finger on the rope, and the ref saw it and didn't hit the 3 count. So after that, I thought Kevin Owens might obviously retain now, but then Dean Ambrose got him with a quick pin. 1, 2, 3. Dean Ambrose, new Intercontinental Champion. I mean, just an amazing match. I didn't mind either way. I did say I thought maybe Kevin Owens should retain at this point to build his, and want to build his reign and maybe build the feud as well between them. But yeah, I can see why Dean Ambrose won. And I didn't mind who won. So and obviously, in terms of liking someone, I like Dean Ambrose more. But and it's funny, if you haven't seen like his celebration after the match, check it out. He just goes absolutely nuts. He just runs out the ring and kind of like flies out the ring, and then flies straight into the crowd, just like celebrating. It's really good. It's really funny actually. And then there was 2 matches left. There was the Divas Championship match, Charlotte versus Paige. Paige should have won. I'm getting sick of this Charlotte and Ric Flair thing, and them teaming up and just getting sneaky wins. And you could even tell the crowd was getting a bit annoyed with it, because when Paige hit her finisher, she went for the pin on Charlotte, and Ric Flair just put Charlotte's leg on the ropes, and the crowd started booing then, and just in general, it went over as Charlotte being the heel, and just getting hate for everything she was doing late on in the match. And not many people there wanted her to win. I think most of the crowd was for Paige, and I think she should have won. I think Paige should be Divas champion. I think she'd be a much better champion. Charlotte is just pretty boring to me, especially on the mic. And in the ring, she's just pretty boring, I think. And I just think Paige is so much better. So she should have won for me, but obviously I think that's going to keep the rivalry going, and I think she will get it at some point. But there was also, after the match, a scene backstage where they're celebrating, and they run into Becky Lynch. So then Charlotte's like, "Oh, you're going to come and celebrate with us?" And Becky Lynch was like, "Well, I'm happy you won, but I don't like the way you've been winning lately and doing things." So and there was like a mini preview of them maybe having an argument again, but then they didn't. And they kind of like just left Becky Lynch, there kind of thing. They were going to celebrate with her, and then Ric Flair was just like, yeah, it was just a bit of a weird scene, but it continued the rivalry. So, and I think the bust up that's going to happen between those two. And then the last match, Sheamus versus Roman Reigns, WWE World Heavyweight Championship, tables, ladders, and chairs match. Again, great match. Everyone who's watched my videos knows I despise Sheamus, and I'm a big Roman Reigns fan. I wanted Roman Reigns to win, obviously, and I'm so glad of the reception he got. He rarely got booed at all, and the bit I'll get to after the match, it seems to have turned the corner now with the crowd. So first of all, the match goes back and forth. Roman Reigns, first off, as the bell rang, hit Sheamus with a punch. I mean, you could hear it from like miles away. He just clean clattered his face with his fist. It was amazing. Sheamus's cheek was red for the whole fight then, just from that one punch. So the match goes back and forth. They're going through tables, through ladders, everything you'd expect. And then Roman Reigns hits Sheamus with a Superman punch. Goes up for the ladder. Sheamus comes back, ultimately hits him with another Superman punch, and this time Roman Reigns is going up the ladder to retrieve the belt, and you're thinking, oh, he might actually do this. And then this is what annoys me about WWE, is it's fine to have people come out and interfere, but when it's so blatantly obvious, like Roman Reigns is going up the ladder, and the first thing that comes into your mind is not he's going to get the belt, it's where are the League of Nations? Like, where are they? Because you just know they're coming out. And I know it's part of the storyline of, making Roman work so hard for it, but it's so annoying when it's so obvious, you know? But anyway, Rusev and Del Rio come out, and I don't know why Barrett didn't come out then, but yeah, anyway, Del Rio and Rusev come out, start hitting Roman Reigns, and obviously the Superman that Roman Reigns is, deals with Rusev outside the ring. Del Rio comes out, deals with Del Rio, and then as he goes back in the ring, Sheamus, there as he's trying to crawl to the ladder, Sheamus just unties the belt and retains the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. To my utter, that was just so annoying when it was so obvious what they were going to do with it. And obviously then Roman Reigns flipped. You had Del Rio and Rusev like celebrating with Sheamus, and they had him like on their shoulders up in the air, and then Roman comes in the ring and spears Rusev and Del Rio and knocks all three over, and then just gets a chair and starts going absolutely berserk on them. He's like smashing them with this chair time and time again, and then he gets to Sheamus and he goes on a full-on chair smack, and it's like, it must have been like 15 chair shots in a row, and then he's just pummeling with chair shots. So then Triple H, Stephanie and loads of refs run out, and they're trying to calm him down, and you knew where this was going. So he deals with Sheamus. Triple H gets on the ropes and he's like, calm down, you know, don't do this. So then Triple H gets in the ring, tells him to calm down again, but then you can see Roman's face is like, yeah, it's okay, I'll calm down. But then his face changes. Triple H turns around, Superman punch to Triple H, and then Roman Reigns. What if people thought what he was doing to Sheamus was bad? He absolutely full-on demolished Triple H. He hit him with chair shot after chair shot, put him through the announcer's table, and then near the end, this is where the crowd changed. They were, you know, they were going insane for Roman. Everyone was shouting his name. They were going, "Thank you, Roman." Just everyone was going nuts for him at that point. So then the refs, Triple H finally gets back up after this beating he's took, and he's got like, you know, refs, you know, taking him back. And as Roman's going up the ramp, he turns around, comes at full-on speed, running round the ring, and just spears Triple H outside the ring. Just insane. Triple H deserved that. I was just so glad to finally see something like that happen to the Authority, and just I'm so pumped for tonight's Raw to see what the fallout is, because that was such an ending. So yeah, Roman Reigns with a massive like ending, and you know, he just didn't want to take any more crap from anyone. So that was great to see. So happy for Roman that he did that. Just finally took all that anger out from, you know, always getting screwed over of trying to win the title. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what happens next. So yeah, that's my TLC review. Hope you guys enjoyed the pay-per-view, and hope you guys enjoy my review of it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you soon.